Hey y'all, coming to you from the big comfy bed. I have a few things I wanted to talk about, tell you about, some things to say to some peoples. Let's see, notes on the envelope, as per usual. Okay, first of all, I wanted to thank Maddest of them all, because she sent me a wonderful box of stuff. It was like the perfect girly box, the perfect little girly, what did we used to call those things? Back in my days with LiveJournal, us girls would send each other wonderful little boxes of like makeup and jewelry and wonderful little things. I don't know, it was cool. It was stuff that she thought I might want to use, like some old jewelry and stuff that she thought I might want to use for crafting. And indeed, some of them I probably will use for crafting, but some of the stuff I am so keeping and just wearing. So it's wonderful. She sent me some awesome stuff. Let's see. One thing that she sent that I just love, she got it from a fellow ghost hunter years ago, and she thinks it might have been a joke, but she's passing it on to me, and frankly, this is perfect for me. This is so perfect. A portable crystal ball, and it's pretty. It's quite pretty, and it's on this nice kind of silver colored chain, and it rests right between my bosoms, and it has a really nice weight to it, and I haven't been able to actually divine anything with it yet because I have a concentration problem. I basically have the attention span of a mentally handicapped gnat. I'm working on that, but yeah. It feels good. So that was cool. And then what was extra cool is inside was this whole, like a Chinese silk, you know, a lot of us women have these. I don't have one that's pretty though. Mine's kind of plain. And it's for putting your jewelry and things in for traveling, right? You roll it up and put it in your suitcase. And this thing is chock full of all kinds of just, you know, really neat costume jewelry. And, you know, she included like, she found it somewhere and I guess thought I would enjoy it. And yeah, there's just, I enjoyed opening all of these little pockets and all of the little zippers and finding something different in each one. Sometimes lots of things. And this I refer to as the Gypsy Bracelet. This is so not becoming a craft. This is mine, baby. This is mine. It's got roses and flowers and scarabs, and this is my Gypsy Bracelet. And I don't know where it came from or what the story is behind it, but I think it's fabulous. And I'm going to probably have this for the rest of my days, barring unforeseen robbery. But see, it's so me. So thank you so much, Maddest of them all, for this most wonderful of little girly boxes. It was fun to open, and I'm still enjoying the stuff. I've been spending a lot of time with YouTube's own Falcon, and some of you may know Falcon from Stickcam as well, because he's not real active on YouTube. He's made some videos, and you know, there's stuff up there to watch. Just go check him out, and I'll put a link on the description thing. But he and I chat a lot, yamma, and we get on a site that allows voice chat. And we voice chat a lot. And we crack ourselves up. We seem to think that we're very amusing and interesting, and I think we're both just egomaniacs who enjoy the sounds of our own voices. But at some point he said, why are we doing a podcast? We should be on the radio, you know. We should be on the radio. Well, we could at least do a podcast. Why don't we do a podcast? So we figured, heck, if we're, you know, talking all the time anyhow, we may as well be recording it and sharing it with the world. I don't know why anyone would want to hear it. Yes, I do. It's because we're fabulous and we're interesting and sexy and wonderful. So we produced our first podcast. It's a little bit rough, but it's not too bad. We've got a lot to learn about filling space and, you know, not having dead air. And I could have edited that stuff out later, but I decided to be honest and just, this is us, we're dorks. And he is actually currently building us a website for it. But we've got it hosted somewhere, and I failed to write it down on my little list, and I can't remember. We've got it hosted. We've got an episode up. I'm going to put a link over in the description. and let's see, over in the description. And if you guys want to hear two sexy, really dorky people talking for a half hour about all kinds of things, let's see, we covered our thoughts and views on stick cam. We talked about our cats. That was actually pretty amusing. We talked about yucky things that come from food that you don't really want to eat, that makes you kind of sick. You'll have to listen and see. We're crazy. So yeah, follow that and go listen to our podcast. And we've decided that on the webpage it will have a link for our latest podcast and links for things that we talked about during the show. So as you listen to the show, you can follow the links and go see what we're talking about. We're trying to make it a little more interactive. I've got my Etsy site up, my Etsy shop. I've had the shop open for quite some time, but I didn't really have much on it. I'm still taking pictures of things and getting new things ready to post. Perhaps by the time this video gets put up, I will actually have those things posted. So I have tons of ideas for things and half-done projects, and you know, there's always going to be new stuff. So the name of my shop on Etsy is Mamalovesmambo. Big shock there. I was gonna call it Black Cat Mambo, but then I decided that I didn't want people searching on the name Black Cat Mambo and then coming up with my paranormal vlog thing here. I just kind of wanted to keep those things separate. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not ashamed of it or anything, but I didn't want confusion. So I'm Mamalovesmambo on there, all one word. And when I came over to YouTube to look to, well, okay. After I opened my Mamalovesmambo on Etsy, I decided it would be really cool to have a Mamalovesmambo channel here on YouTube where I could put up videos saying, look kids, here's my new stuff that I got up, if you want to go check it out, and you know, have links to it and stuff, and also maybe put up some videos showing how I make things. I forgot the most important part of this story, which is that when I went to YouTube to sign up for my Mamalovesmambo channel to kind of be the companion to my shop, what I found, unfortunately, but it wasn't a really great surprise, is that the name had already been taken. But this person's account was just default gray. There were no favorites. There were no videos. It was just, you know, just there. They hadn't even logged on in many months. So I felt kind of rude doing it, but I decided to take the chance because I figured it was worth it. So I took the chance and I wrote to this person, an 18-year-old young lady in the UK, and explained to her about my Mambo kitty and how I got him, and that I used to sing that song to him, and that's how he ended up with the name. And explained to her about my Etsy and asked her if she didn't use the account anymore, if she would be willing to sell it to me or give it to me or whatever. And I didn't hear back from her for a long time. But then when I did the video where my mom was telling about the day that I was born, there was a comment left by Marzi Pie, I think was the name, and I didn't recognize the name at all. And she said something like, there's a surprise for you in your mailbox, I think, something like that, essentially. And I thought, is this somebody I know that's got another account and they've physically sent me something through snail mail? I was really confused. So I wrote to the person and asked, do I know you? They wrote back and just said, Mamalovesmambo. And you know, long story made short, she ended up giving me her account. She just handed it over to me, gave me the password, and I was in. I went and changed the email and, you know, some of the little information stuff. And now the account is mine, and she is on the top of my list of cool people for doing that for me. And Marzi Pie, if you're watching, mwah, thank you, girl. Anyhow, I love you, my people. My peoples, I will see you later. Mwah.